All right, let's move on to the week ahead. Just ahead of the holidays, investors are in for a hectic economic and earnings lineup actually in the week ahead. We've got a PCE on deck and earnings from Nike, FedEx, Micron, and General Mills to consider as well. On the economic front, obviously that PCE number, which comes out later in the week, is the one that the Fed does watch most closely. And that's going to be the personal consumption's expenditures deflator. We are, listen, it's probably going to confirm what we've been seeing already, that there is going to be a slowdown in the increase of inflation, slowdown in the rate of inflation. But still, that's something that the market is going to be queuing in on, even as we're likely to have a relatively low volume week because people are just kind of sewing up their portfolios on the year and getting away for the holidays.
Yeah, I love that calendar we're showing of things coming up. Nike, that's actually been my take, a little preview a little later on in the show. Some concerns on how that quarter shook out. General Mills, a lot of the results, earnings results from the food players like Campbell's Soup have been very strong, have pushed through price increases. General Mills might also echo that as well. FedEx, we've been talking about FedEx a lot the past 6 months. They've put up a series of real dud-type quarters and outlooks. It's proving time for them. Also, we'll give a great read into how the holiday season has been shaping up. Good to hear from FedEx. Micron, they've been warning the past 2 quarters as well. Chip supply considerations. The wild card here might be a Rite Aid. They have not been performing well, but this flu season has been absolutely awful. And I have seen all of these CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens. These stores have been absolutely packed from people going in there and getting these flu shots.
Yeah, I'll just follow up on 2 of those. FedEx, primarily, the reduction in forecasts that they had noted at the end of last quarter for air freight and ground shipping, that caught a lot of investors' attention, so we'll see if they can bounce back from what was a dud, as I believe you mentioned.
Dud, a zero.
Zero.
An egg.
And then Nike as well.
Nothing.
Just briefly there. I was looking at some web traffic results as well for Nike. Web traffic has decreased month over month, and particularly for the most recent month that we have results for, which is November. So depending upon how December shapes out and some of the big drops, the big releases, and that expected to drive even more of the fanfare, the traffic that is cyclical year over year for Nike. We'll see how that shakes out for this. Actually, it won't be in this quarter's results because we're current month. So
you're cool than me. I wasn't impressed by anything by Nike. I was in the mall this weekend. Just nothing really like, I need this.
Well, most of the impressive stuff has already dropped on the sneakers app. It's unavailable. You can't get it. You had to beat the bots. You weren't able to do that. Or if it did make it into store, you had to stand in line to go get it. And
no time for that.
I know where you're at most Mondays through Friday. So
no time for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely not prioritizing the drops these days.
No.
I'm also going to be watching Micron this week, by the way. That's another one that's out just as another measure of where we are in this chip cycle. We know that things are not good within the chip industry. And if you look at the company's forecast for the first quarter, its fiscal first quarter, its forecast is above where most analysts are at this point. So expectations are pretty low, and this will be a good barometer as to what's going on in that industry.
All right, ton to keep an eye on this week here, and some light volume here that we're expecting too.